Picture this. You're watching a Chinese historical drama, and one character calls another person 孔明, while someone else refers to the exact same person as 诸葛亮.
诸葛先生.
Then, a third person mentions 卧龙先生.
卧龙先生，何不与我合奏一曲？
我只是略懂。
And you realize they're all talking about the same guy. If you've ever been confused by the multiple names ancient Chinese people had, you're not alone. And by the end, you'll understand why calling someone by their birth name was considered a major insult, and how one person could have up to 5 different names.
You stand in the presence of Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, the mother of dragons, the Khaleesi of the Great Grassy, the Unburnt, the Breaker of Chains.
This is Jon Snow.
But first, let's learn a famous Chinese idiom, 指名道姓, which means to publicly criticize someone by name. In ancient time, doing this was considered so rude that even sworn enemies would avoid it. Why? Well, that is exactly what we're about to discover. Where you're learning Chinese, you probably learn to ask 你姓什么?您贵姓? What's your surname? But the story behind Chinese surnames is way more complex than you might think. Let's start with 姓氏, the former term for surnames. But here's the twist. 姓 and 氏 were actually 2 different things. Look at the character 姓 closely. See those 2 components. It's 女, woman, adding 生, give birth. This literally means born from a woman. In early Chinese history, society was actually matrilineal. Back then, children belonged to their mother's clan because, well, you always knew who the mother was. But the father, well, who knows? This is why the 8 great ancestral clan names all contain the 女 radical. 任, 姬, 姜, 姒, 嬴, 云, 归, 尧. Your xìng told everyone which maternal bloodline you came from. 氏, the father's legacy. But as society evolved and became more patriarchal, 氏 emerged to represent the father's lineage or noble house. These weren't about bloodline, but about tribal leadership and social groups. So for a while, people had both. I might have been 郭姓田氏, meaning my mother was from the Guo clan, but my father come from the Tian house. Eventually, by the Warring States period, 战国时期, the system crumbled, 氏 lost its meaning, and everything merged into 姓. That's why we use 姓氏 in formal writing, but we just say 姓 in daily life. But wait, surnames were just the beginning. The real complexity comes with personal names. The many names of one person. Ready for this? In ancient China, one person could have up to 5 different types of names. Let me walk you through each one. Ming, your family's secret. The character Ming shows a mouth calling out in the evening, literally to call one's name at night to identify yourself. Your Ming was your birth name, used only by family and elders. And here's something that might shock you. These names were often crude or plain because people believed beautiful names brought bad luck. Want proof? Check out these actual names of ancient rulers. Duke Zhou Huanggong was called 黑肩, black shoulders. Duke Jing Shenggong was called 黑臀, black bum. Duke Qi Huanggong was 小白, little white. These were their actual given names, probably based on birthmarks or physical features. 训名, 学名. When children reached school age, they often got a 训名 or 学名, basically a more respectable name for public use. At around 20 or marriage age for women, you'd receive a 字, a courtesy name that peers and juniors would use to show respect. Using someone's 字 was polite.
小厮重怀。
则成.
Using their 名 was basically like slapping them in the face. The genius part, your 字 often connected to your 名 in clever ways, either as synonyms or antonyms. 诸葛亮, 字孔明, both means bright. 所以大家会叫他诸葛孔明。周瑜，字公瑾 ，both contains the jade radical, symbolizing purity， 所以大家会叫他周公瑾。曹操，字孟德 ，both relate to moral conduct， 所以大家会叫他曹孟德。Antonym examples: 韩愈，字退之。So when you heard people saying 孔明, have you eaten? Or 公瑾, what are you up to? They were being respectful. Finally, there's Hao. Think of it as your ancient Chinese username or game tag. This was self-chosen and could be poetic, whimsical, or meaningful. It's where people really got creative. Tao Yuanming, a reclusive poet, called himself 五柳先生, Mr. Five Willows, because 5 willow trees grew near his home. Ouyang Xiong, a Song dynasty scholar, was 六一居士, the hermit of 6 ones, because he had 1,000 of books, 1,000 inscriptions, 1 lute, 1 board game, 1 pot of wine, and myself. Now we can finally understand why 指名道姓 was so offensive. During the Three Kingdoms period, 三国时期, Cao Cao had slaughtered Ma Chao's entire family. Ma Chao hated him with every fiber of his being. Yet, when recounting this tragedy, Ma Chao would say, 孟德 killed my entire family, using Cao Cao's respectful 字 rather than Cao Cao killed them. Using someone's Ming in public wasn't just rude, it was declaring them beneath basic human respect. And shouting someone's full name, xìng加名, was basically ancient Chinese for I'm about to fight you. This is why, even today, calling someone by their full name in Chinese culture can sound aggressive or confrontational. It's a cultural echo that's lasted thousands of years. The next time you're watching a historical drama or reading about ancient China, you know exactly why characters have multiple names and why using the wrong one was such a big deal. If you want to learn more about Chinese culture and language, don't forget to 订阅 and download the Skritter app today to start your journey towards Mandarin mastery. See you the next time. 我们下次见，拜拜。